Welcome to another Univirtual event organized by Educators in VR. Laurel Van Vossen and Daniel Dubovik-Verbrijen founded Educators in VR in 2018. Educators in VR is dedicated to providing opportunities for our members, partners, and clients to integrate virtual and augmented reality into education, training, and research. We represent the XR industry with over 3,000 global members, including educators, learners, researchers, business, schools, and passionate enthusiasts. Our mission is to integrate XR immersive technology into education and business, and provide a platform for educators and trainers to teach and train others. The Educators in VR XR Medical and Healthcare Project team engages healthcare practitioners, managers, and subject matter experts who are actively engaging immersive technologies that advance patient care and improve access, delivery, and management of healthcare services. I'm Joseph Ferrer, and I'm the team clinical leader of this amazing team of people. And our team explore, research, and produce content that educates and informs professionals on immersive healthcare topics, including telemedicine, medical and wellness applications, disability, mental health, management, and technology. Anything that is healthcare-related topics with technology. Today, we have a guest, Jaume Puig from Barcelona, an electronic engineer and the father of a child with low vision. Several years ago, Jaume realized that Biel did not see well, so he had many difficulties walking, going downstairs, recognizing them. Low vision is a visual impairment that cannot be corrected with glasses or conventional surgery, and limits activities of daily living. Mobility problems are the ones that most incapacitate people with low vision, since they create a lot of dependency. Not finding any other solution that would help their son, Biel's parents have created Biel Glasses. This product, Biel SMARTGAZE, is the first solution created by Biel Glasses. It helps the mobility of people with low vision, increasing their autonomy. They are smart glasses capable of recognizing obstacles that can be a risk for mobility, thanks to 3D vision, robotics, and AI combined. And it shows these obstacles to the user within their field of vision through mixed reality.
So let's go, and I will start with the explanation of our project. That is, I guess that what it interested you today. Well, our project started with my son Biel, that you can see here in this picture, and Jose, if you can go to the next slide, please. And well, when he was 2 years old, we realized that my wife Constanza, that's also co-founder of the project, and me, we realized that something was wrong with Biel, because it took a very long time for him to learn to walk, and even when he learned to walk, he was having falls all the time, and he had a lot of difficulties for descending stairs. And well, after visiting many doctors, we realized that the problem that he had was in his eyes, as he has low vision. And you can see here, more or less in the right, what we think that he sees. And next slide, Jose. And low vision, low vision is much more common than complete blindness, but most of the people is not aware about what is it. It is a visual impairment that is 7 times more common than complete blindness, and cannot be fixed with surgery or glasses or any medicines. And actually, it affects more than 200 million people worldwide. And the worst consequence of low vision are mobility issues, because they are the ones that cause more dependency, because of the falls, the risk of falling, and that cause the difficulties to move around, and then also dependency and social isolation. Okay. And next slide. And these problems happens the most when there is peripheral vision loss, which is commonly known as low vision. This happens about to 70 million people worldwide. And the most common causes of this kind of vision are glaucoma, and retinitis pigmentosa, but also other not that common causes like retinal detachment or diabetic retinopathy. And next slide. And the risk of falling for these people, for people with low vision, is much higher than normal people. The existing studies found that 40% of people with low vision fall more than once a year, and 36% of these falls have medical consequences. And another studies that took place among people with especially elder people with hip fracture found out that these patients of hip fracture, 33% of them had low vision. So there is a clear relationship among the hip fracture, that is typical fracture that happens when elder people fall, with low vision. Next slide. And also it has an impact on the activities of people, of elder people. Seniors with low vision have 40 or 50% of them have limited activities compared with the normal rate of 16%. And they are 2 to 5 times more likely to suffer depression, because this ability to move around and to see other people, and this dependency that they have. Next slide. And this is not, actually, it is not getting any easier for them to move around. This picture is taken here in Barcelona. It's this is a park, not a very old one. It was built about 10-15 years ago. And well, you can see that this is not something wrong. This is part of the design of the park. It's like for making it more beautiful, but this is a trap for people with low vision. Clearly can cause an accident and an injury. And next slide. Yeah, please. These are other kind of problem. This is in Barcelona, and this is a single platform street. Single platform are very. This is very usually change. It is something that is changed a lot especially in neighborhoods where the city council want to have less traffic, and then they change the streets to have this single platform. Means that the side for the people for walking people and the side for the cars is at the same level. And but for people with low vision, it means that for them it's very difficult to get to know when they're walking on the road or on the walking side. So it is more danger for them to have a problem with a car. And here we have this is New York, as you can imagine, and you can see how complex the crossings became. We have lanes for bicycles and and scooters and everything, that electrical scooters and so on, and we also have lanes for the cars and for parking. For people with low vision, is getting more and more complex. And next slide, Jose. And this is an example. So you can see here this crossing that we have people crossing, but in the middle of the crossing, And if you may have an eye in the traffic light to get to know when to cross, and is of concrete island in the middle that may cause the somebody with low vision to run onto this step and to get to have an accident. Okay, and next slide, please. And this is a video that, let's say, see, could be how difficult could be. People on the left waiting for crossing. Then you have people with bikes, people walking, people with motorbikes. You can see that they start crossing. Have other people crossing in the walking, and then at the end, you even have a tram coming. So imagine if you had a visual impairment, how can you be aware of all this complexity? Okay, and well, these are all the difficulties that they have to face every day if they want to move around. But the good news is that people with low vision still see. They still keep some visual capacity. This is why our solution consists in smart glasses that adapt the reality, the remaining visual capacity of people with low vision, solving these mobility issues and to improve their personal autonomy. Next slide. In this video, you can see this is the way that somebody with low vision see. You can see that they need to be scanning the ground all the time in order to avoid fixed or mobile obstacles that may cause an accident. Now you will see the same situation using our solution. First, we have an aid for crossing the street. Then you can see that there is no need to be scanning the ground because is there any danger, the system will warn of it using graphical signs adapted to the patient remaining visual capacity. And moreover, we are using mixed reality. You can see that we can not only add these graphical indications, but also we can work in the image, like in this case, placing a zoom window in order to facilitate reading. For doing so, we use several technologies. These are let's say the most important. We use robotics and AI to understand the scene and to get to know what we have in the scene and which is the position of the user inside the scene. And then we use mixed reality, as you have seen in the video, to show the results of this analysis, the way that the patients can perceive with their remaining vision. Next slide, Alex. And we partnered with, we tested this device in every situation, and we partnered to do it. We partnered with the Faculty of Optometry here close to Barcelona, in Terrassa. It's the Faculty of Optometry belonging to Polytechnic University of Catalonia, and also with EIT Health, with this European institution depending of the European Commission that is boost that helps for health innovation in Europe. And with both of them, we built a lab. You can pass to the next slide. Okay. In this lab, you can see some examples here. We are able to simulate, well, actually to create any kind of mobility situations with steps, with obstacles, with every kind of, like you see in this picture, beam, but in a condition that is safe for the patient. And we are able, moreover, to measure which is the improvement that the patients have when they use the glasses. We can measure distance that they need to perceive an obstacle, the time that they spend doing different tracks that we can design, and so on. And 80% of the patients that tested the device improved their mobility. Next slide. This is an example of, it is a video, it's an example of one of these tests. You can see that now the patient is running on the obstacle, and this is with our prototype, so he is able to avoid the obstacle. So here we have two more of the patients that have been testing the device. On the left we have Alex. Alex is a patient of retinitis pigmentosa, and on the right you have Maite that is suffering low vision as a result of a brain tumor, and both of them are very happy with how this device is help them to move around autonomously. Next slide, you will see some videos of them. And well, this feature, that there is a feature that is difficult to see in when you see these videos of patients, but it's important to explain because it's something very specific from us and very important. Many of the previous devices, existing devices that try to solve the mobility issues of patients with low vision, failed because they were giving alerts all the time. If you are warning the patient all the time of obstacles or other possible dangers, then the patient at the end cannot be using this device. And if you can you play it back and forth, Jose? You can see here, this is a typical situation in a supermarket, and you can see that there is a cart, and on the left you have the line with the products, and if you had the detection of the obstacles, only detection obstacles, you will be detecting all the time obstacles. First of all, the cart will be an obstacle itself because it's in front of the patient, and also this line of products will be. And this is extremely annoying. We are able to detect and to remember what we have already detected, just show to the patient what is new. I mean, in this case, you can see on the red box on the right that corresponds to, for example, a column or another obstacle that may be in the track. Okay, so the system is able to remember what the patient already knows, and we don't need to be a warning of it all the time. Okay, so next slide. So far, the problems of mobility, the only solutions that exist are still guide dogs and white canes. And white canes are very, very simple solution, very limited. And guide dogs, the problem that they have is that they're extremely expensive because it takes a very long time to train a dog. The cost it's about 30 to 50,000 euros per dog, and it makes them extremely scarce. I mean, for example, in Spain, they are only given 140 dogs per year. Okay, 140 dogs per year. So in Spain, for example, you have to wait at least 3 years to get a dog, and it depends if you are eligible. But depends first in your condition, that the charities that they are giving them consider that you really need it, and also in your ability to take care of the dog which is something that many people with low vision cannot do. So this is why they are. So you in the street, you don't see many guide dogs, and the number of guide dogs is much more smaller than the number of people with low vision. But this is changing. This situation is changing because of the new technologies. And new technologies will make the smart glasses the new standard. As you probably in this today in this event, you already know very well that is something that is happening in other fields like health, also in industrial applications and sports. And why this is so important for these people? Because smart glasses are much easy to wear, are much cheaper, will be much easily available, and they will not only guide or help moving around, but also they allow, as you have seen in the video, they allow to improve the vision. They can have, the patients can have both hands free, which is very important to do very basic, a lot of basic activities like shopping, for example. And maybe the most important thing, they allow much more augmented reality applications adapted to people with low vision, because people with low vision, they have a lot of accessibility problems to the most of the applications that we use in our smartphones. And next slide, Alex. Hey, Jose, sorry. But actually, we are not the only creating smart glasses for people with low vision. There are other competitors that you can see here. This graph is a graph based in Harvard methodology called jobs to be done. It means how the solutions help to do the things that the customers, in this case, these patients, need to do. And we have the need of reading or seeing TV or cinema, or social awareness means to recognize other people or to handle objects, common objects like, for example, money, and to move around. You can see that we are the only solution that covers the gap of mobility. And we also provide other functions, as you have seen in the video with this Zoom window for reading, to provide a complete solution. Next slide. Okay. And we are not stopping where we are right now, which is below on the left. You can see our current device, or MVP, for which we already achieved the CE mark as class 1 medical device. It means that we can already commercialize in the European Union. And you can see on the right, which is the current functions that mostly consist in detecting any kind of obstacle in all these visual improvements like zoom or contrast, and also the possibility of having a double image, which is very interesting for people with low vision, because they can have, when you have reduced visual field, the possibility of doing zoom out can let you have a better understanding of the whole situation. Okay? So this is where we are now, but the future, first of all, we plan to create a version for people, for the completely blind people, which means that we will use audio cues in order to give the information that we're being to the people with low vision. And we are planning a new version of, complete new version of Biel SMARTGAZE 2, which will have 5G, and with the 5G and also will integrate global navigation using satellite navigation. Maybe we are working with the European Space Agency to integrate Galileo global navigation system. And this will allow our device to provide adapted navigation, which is a very important feature people with low vision, as navigating with Google Maps or other solutions that we normally use is not enough for them. First, because of the difficulties of the user interface, but also because of the precision of these navigation tools are not enough for them, and they can run also in troubles like getting crossing in the wrong point or whatever using low precision navigation. And also, as I said, we will open the device to third-party developers that will be able to develop applications for the platform for these patients. And please, and now in the next video, you will see this navigation.
Michael has difficulties finding where to cross the street. Once he has found it, perceiving the traffic light is yet another hurdle. Biel SMARTGAZE provides guidance for the orientation with big flickering signals. Now, Michael is sure about where and when to cross the street. John, Laura, and Michael have improved their autonomy and are more confident of moving around. Smart glasses are the wearable device of the future, and soon will be used by many people for their job and their leisure. We are creating the smart glasses for people with low vision to let them do the same things other people do.
Jose. Just a little bit, I will get somehow more deeper in this. Jose, can go back? Okay, just a little more information about why 5G and on the benefits of using 5G for our device. In order to provide this high precision navigation, it is not enough to have satellite navigation. The error, even with Galileo, the error, especially in urban areas where you can have problems for seeing all the satellites because of the streets can be not very wide, and then there is no possibility of seeing all satellites. Then it causes a mistake that can be 10 meters. And 10 meters for somebody with low vision is too much. So we are working to combine the satellite information with the recognition of the street features using AI. So we can combine the information of the map and the positioning with what we get from the cameras of the device. And this is a kind of sensor fusion that allows to get much more precision, but for carrying out this kind of processes, we need actually a lot of computing power, and it's something that it's very difficult to be carried out autonomously in the device itself. Probably will cause the device to be too heavy and too big. So 5G will allow us to carry out these processes in the cloud. But we will keep the most critical features like obstacle detection in the device itself. So we will not let any patient, let's say, without service because we run out of having this 5G covering. Okay, and so and you can see also that 5G let us to connect with mapping resources. That is something that we cannot have the device itself. And it's very important because 5G gives as very low latency, very high bandwidth, we need to do this process in real time, because all this process has to be done in real time and with a high frame rate. So we need to upload in real time the video to the cloud to process and to bring back the video with our indications and so on in real time. Patients with very low latency and very high quality. So next slide, Jose. Okay, and this is just basic timeline of where we are now. We obtained the Class 1 medical device CE mark last year, and now we are doing pilot projects before starting the retail sales here in Spain. We are running a pilot project with the Mobile World Capital, which is the organization of the city of Barcelona, which collaborates in the Mobile World Congress, and they choose us as a reference case of how 5G technology can help people with disabilities. After these pilot projects, we will start retail sales, and Spain and Denmark, and then we plan to extend to the rest of Europe, hopefully in 2023, and then by the end of 2023, we plan to launch our first 5G version, and then in 2024 to scale to US and Asia and rest of the world. And just you can get to know who we are. There is my wife and I, Constanza. She's a medical doctor and PhD, and she's a specialist in clinical trials, and she brings us all her knowledge about medical regulation. And myself, as well, actually, Jose did a very nice introduction of me, and mostly an engineer, but with management and entrepreneurship experience. And also we have Jordi, which is, he's my brother, but also he is a computer engineer, and he has more than 25 years of experience in carrying out technology projects for the health sector. And we have also Lali Sanchez. Dr. Lali Sanchez, she's one of the key opinion leaders here in Spain in low vision, and she's a professor of the Faculty of Optometry and researcher in low vision, and one of the persons in Spain who knows more about low vision. We also have Omar and Alex and Artur, who are people that has a lot of knowledge in EI and autonomous driving and multimedia and video processing. And next slide. And this is a last video to close my presentation.
We founded Biel Glasses to solve the problem of my son Biel. He was born with a disease that causes low vision. Low vision is when you are not completely blind, but you have a visual impairment that complicates daily tasks. It cannot be cured and not corrected with prescription glasses, and is 7 times more common than blindness.
The most disabling effect of low vision are mobility problems. People with low vision have difficulty getting around because the risk of falls, injury, and disorientation. These problems are more severe when there is a loss of peripheral vision, which affects 70 million people worldwide. Mobility limitations lead to severe dependency and social isolation.
The traditional solution for mobility problems are bike canes. The dogs are very expensive. The canes have very limited tools. They both take up one hand, not allowing to do many tasks, and they do not improve vision.
But people with low vision retain some visual capacity. This is a huge potential that can be unleashed using new technology. That's why we created Biel SMARTGAZE, the smart glasses that adapt reality to the remaining vision, solving mobility issues and increasing personal autonomy. We do this by using technology from robotics, AI-similar autonomous driving, and mixed reality. Our glasses signal obstacles and mobility risks, so people can move safely and independently. We also provide zoom and other vision improvement functions to achieve maximum autonomy.
We have a great team of professionals without whom this company would not have been possible. Each one an expert in specific fields. Entrepreneurs, medical doctors, experts in healthy technology and electronics, and we count with one of the leading specialists in low vision in Spain. Come and join us in our journey to allow people like Biel to move freely and do the same things other people do.
Thank you, Jose. So thank you very much. And that's my presentation for today. So I'm ready for any question.